Welcome to our tax-saving video series for tech and real estate entrepreneurs, where you'll discover valuable tips for business growth. With your host, Sammy Basta, CPA.
Hey there. The big question that we get all the time is, does the short-term rental loophole apply in California? So here's the deal. At the federal level, there is that nifty thing called the short-term rental loophole. Basically, if your average rental period is 7 days or less, it's not considered a rental activity for tax purposes. This can be a game changer for you on how you treat your income and losses from your rental activities. But what about California? Well, it's not as clear-cut as we would like. California, as we know, likes to do its own thing when it comes to taxes. So they view all rental activities as passive, regardless of whether you qualify as a real estate professional under the federal rules. But here's where it gets interesting. California doesn't specifically say that they don't conform to the federal definition of rental activities. This leaves us with a bit of a gray area. I know tax code isn't exactly thrilling, but stick with me here. Here's this federal regulation. It's called Reg 6, Section 1.469(1)(TE3) that defines rental activities and their exceptions. So the short-term rental loopholes come from subsection 2A of this regulations. California doesn't explicitly say they don't follow this part of the federal code. So by default, you might assume they do, but in the world of taxes, assumptions can be dangerous. The Wheeler case, here's where things get a bit more concrete. There's a California tax court case, appeal of Craig Wheeler and Danny Wheeler, you can look it up, that actually mentions this federal regulations. In this case, California's tax authority acknowledged the 7-day rule. They argued that the taxpayer didn't meet the exceptions, but the important thing here is they recognize it exists. This suggests that California might need to follow the federal short-term rental loophole, but remember, this case wasn't specific about real estate short-term rental, so it's not slam dunk. Word of caution before you get too excited, let me play the devil advocate for a moment. First off, we don't have anything explicitly says California follow this rule. It's all implicit, which leaves us room for interpretation. Secondly, if you decided to report non-passive losses from your short-term rental on your California tax return, you might be painting a target in your back for an audit. The California Franchise Tax Board, FTB, isn't known for being lenient, and fighting an audit could be costly and stressful. So be aware of that, even if you are ultimately right. So let me summarize it for you. Here's what we know for sure. California doesn't explicitly recognize the federal short-term rental loophole. It looks like it might apply in California, but there is no guarantee. So it's a bit little like sailing in uncharted water, excited by it, but risky. So if you're considering using the short-term rental loophole in California, here's my advice. Talk to a tax professional who knows California tax law inside and out. Weigh the potential benefits against the risk of an audit. Keep meticulous records of your rental period to prove that your average stay is 7 days or less. Also, stay informed about key changes in California tax law or any new court cases that might clarify the issue. Remember, in the world of taxes, sometimes we have to make educated guesses based on the information available, but always be prepared to defend your position if questioned. So that's all for today. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, while I've done my best to break this down, always consult with your own tax advisor before making any big decisions. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
This has been another episode of our tax-saving video series. If you enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe below, and share with other business owners. You can find previous episodes and more information at www.bastacpa.com. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.